So hopefully this video turns out okay. I thought, since I don't always remember all the names of the things I plant outside, I thought I would do a video showing the containers, the seed packets. So behind my garage, I have petunias, which I did show you these in the video when I planted them. And that's in the raised bed. And this is Cosmos. And another lemonade Cosmos. And Picotee, P-I-C-O-T-E-E, Cosmos. And then, that's a card. So that's behind the garage in my L-shaped raised bed. Some of my dahlias that I planted were beautiful when I first planted them. And they came up and they were gorgeous. But because I think that area where I put those was a very wet area, they never came back up again. So some of the tulips that I have around do come back up. And I have some in practically all my flower beds. And I also have around my back porch some star flowers. And then these tulips, and these tulips, and these rain lilies, and this tulip I know is back in my backyard, and this is in my side yard. So those are some of the things that I have planted that, and this dahlia is very beautiful, but it's not coming back anymore. And whatever this was, and I don't have the top to it, I don't think. I don't know where those are because I haven't seen them. This gold thistle, that does come up around my back porch, as well as some of this Dutch iris. These things, if they ever came up, I never saw them. So some things are successes and some things aren't. But I thought if I put everything in this one video that I've got planted outside, at least you might recognize it. Now, I did plant a pomegranate one time, but that never came up anywhere. If it did, I may have pulled it out thinking it was a weed, because if it was like a vine and I didn't recognize it, I could very well have pulled it back out. Some of the asparagus I have are the Mary Washington asparagus, which are green. And then I also have some purple passion asparagus. And one thing my mother taught me from reading in a book, that if it's a skinnier asparagus, it hasn't grown long. Like my asparagus has been in there probably 3 years, and it goes to seed at the end of the summer. And I let it go to seed, so that seed probably made some little skinny asparaguses. And that shows the thickness of the asparagus is like a tree, I guess. It shows how old it is. So I have some purple asparagus. I also had some rhubarb, but then I read that that could be, I don't know, poisonous or something. And then that scared me, even though I've had rhubarb pie before and eaten it. I don't know why. Again, these are more Mary Washington and the two Pacific purple plants asparagus. So I have both kinds of asparagus. I usually notice that it's the green asparagus that I eat, but the purple does get purple. It's just not real purple. I keep buying tulips, and so some of these I'm sure are out there, and I put them everywhere, and they're just beautiful. Now I'm kind of getting excited. These are coming up. I had planted at the end of the summer last year 2 rose bushes, and I'm hoping I come across the information from those, because I can't for the life of me. I know I bought them at Lowe's, and the one I couldn't resist because it smelled just like a lemon. This Majesty Palm, I don't have that anymore. It died. This is it's a narcissus. I don't know where this is. That never came up. A lot of things I'll plant and never see them again, so I'll try to leave those out. This card is a seedless Lakemont grape. And I do have on the side of my house a seedless green grape. Oh, this was for my lime tree. This is for my grapes. So I do have seedless green Concord grapes on the side of my house. My hardy kiwi, I'm not even going to show you, along with the pomegranate. I must have tried to plant that twice, and neither time did that come up. So what I do have, lots of blueberries. I have, this is my blueberry plant, and it's doing quite well. It's a sunshine blueberry, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 8. I bought 8. I have 6. So 6 of these are left, and every year I get blueberries off of them. I might be down to 5 because I did move them, and one plant's not doing so well. This is my Bartlett pear tree. I didn't get any pears last year. They grew, but I think the squirrels got them before I did. This comes up 3 alliums. I forget where I was that I got these, but it's the Purple Sensation. They get very tall and they come up, but where I planted them, there's a tree around it, and it's hard to see, but it does come up. Now, next I have my mulberry tree. That thing is humongous. I've cut it down and tried to make it into a bonsai, and every year it blossoms twice with fruit, and it fruits all summer long. It did get hit by some cold this year. This is April 26th, 26th. And it's Sunday, whatever that is, the 27th, I'm not sure. And we had a frost, so then that browned the leaves on it, but then they came back and it's greening up, but I'm keeping it to below 5 feet because it would grow. Well, it says on here, what does it say? Spacing 2 to 6 feet. How tall does it get? I don't know. 6 hours of direct sunlight. It was only $12.98 from wherever I bought it. Probably Lowe's or Home Depot. It goes to 0 to 10 below 0. And I don't see how tall it will get. Average size, 2 to 6 feet high and 2 to 6 feet wide. It certainly got 6 feet. I think they're wrong on that. I think it goes higher than 6 feet. So in my atrium, I have Concord white seedless grapes, and they are so delicious. Ripens August, September. These Thompson seedless green Concord grapes are the sweetest things I've ever had. I think they would make a delicious wine or a jelly, and I really need to try that one of these days. Now, this is something I have growing on the side of my house. I had a row of hedges, and I was tired of trimming those, so I put in these green arborvitaes. And oh my gosh, and it looks like this is from Lowe's. They say the average size is 15 feet high and 4 feet wide. They're definitely 15 feet high, and the birds love to nest in there, so they're very, very friendly for my birds out there. They absolutely love them. I had some dwarf Alberta spruce plants, but I only have one left, and that's by the back porch. And that continues to grow. They were $6.98, and that's what I had out there first. And then I saw these green emeraldites, and it looks like I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, and I only have one left of the dwarf Alberta spruce, so they didn't make out that well because now I only have one left. Yeah, that's all I have left. The hydrangea, this was in my front yard. Every year they're gorgeous. They're a all summer beauty hydrangea. They get morning sun. They face the east side in my house, and they're just magnificent. They really are gorgeous. Every year they just never cease to put on a beautiful show of blue flowers. What's out front beside them is a Rosa knockout rose, and actually they're not red, they're pink. So maybe I have another knockout rose tag in here, because what I have is pink, not red, although the pink ones do get a rogue red on there once in a while. In the backyard, my butterfly bush that's by the house is a purple. It's Ellen's blue butterfly bush, and it doesn't get very thick. Like the hydrangea has a lot of green, but the butterfly bush doesn't have a lot of green to it. It's very thin that way, but it draws the butterflies, and that's what's so wonderful. Now, the other nice thing that I have that's forever bearing deliciousness is my Celeste fig. And that thing is humongous. And if a section of it dies, it sends out runners and then just continues to grow beside the plant that it started from. So one year, I think I had probably 300 figs from my Celeste fig. And I tried to make jam with it, but being that I'm an older farmer, I can't keep up with the harvest sometimes. I do give a lot to my mother and sister that live right up the street from me, like tomatoes and cucumbers and whatever. But yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything, but the birds will love them. If you can't eat them, they will. Now, the Concord grape I have in the back, I also thought I had part of my grandfather always had a Concord grape, and I took part of that plant. So between me buying a plant and then the ones from my mother's house that was my grandfather's, Concord grapes, they're not seedless, they have seeds. They make the best grape jelly. It's just fabulous. And the green seedless grapes, if you're, my family has a lot of German in our ancestry, and we make a yeast dough, and we would make what we called yeast cakes. And so we would put blueberries on it, peaches, apples, cinnamon and sugar, and dunk it in your coffee. It was delicious. Those green seedless grapes are just as delicious on the yeast cake as the blueberries are. And so another blueberry that didn't make it was a Duke blueberry. I don't know whatever happened to that. Some things I would plant and they just wouldn't grow. Oh, I have to get it out of this paper. Now I have it's an Elliott pecan tree, and that's probably 8 to 10 feet tall now. It will get 80 80 feet high and 50 feet wide? 80 feet high. Am I right? One little dash is a foot. 80 feet high. That's going to take up my whole backyard. Oh my gosh. Now last year there were pecans on it. I did get one pecan off the first year. And I do believe this is probably, I wish these things were dated from Lowe's. That would be very useful. Oh, and at the bottom without my glasses, 2016. It's 2025, April. And I'm not going to say I had it 8 years. That doesn't seem possible, but may have been because time does fly. So the first year I got one pecan off of it. The second year we had cicadas and I had to cut the top back because the cicadas just drew all the moisture out of the tree trunk and the limbs. And so some things I trimmed off and then it came back twice as good. And I did have pecans last year, but again, squirrels or something got them because I saw them on there and then I didn't. So I don't know what it was that got them, but they got it before me. And they're really cute the way they grow. They have an outside green pod that will pop, and that's when you can take it off the tree. The end kind of opens up like a flower bud, and then inside you'll see the brown nut that you can buy at the grocery store. These are my knockout roses that I have out front. I think I only had one, and I split it into like 3 rose bushes. This is called the Blushing Knockout Rose. It was $11.98, and I don't know if that was from Lowe's or Home Depot. Now the one that I have out front that's gorgeous, and it's a miniature, is the My Choice Flower Carpet Amber. And this also, I don't know if I got it from Home Depot or Lowe's. And these come in all different colors, as you can see on the back. And I think there's somewhere you can go to the Google My Choice Flower Carpet and buy these. They're supposed to be miniature. And I got them to be miniature because I have a driveway, and if it gets too big, I won't see the cars coming down the street when I back out on my driveway. And so that's why I wanted something small, but lots of flowers. And I have had this, I don't see a date on here, for quite a while now. In fact, I had 2 of them, but one died, so I don't know. It just turned all woody, and that was it. I have one blackberry bush outside. I got this in August of 2020, so it looks like I scribbled at the top. And this thing, you don't get many blackberries on there, and but they're delicious, and they're huge. They're very big. I've done nothing but eat those as I walk by. It's the Prime Art Traveler Blackberry. Hope I said blackberry, not blueberry. This was my olive tree. And I've had that for a while. I don't think it's coming back up this year. I think I should have covered it more. We had some really cold temperatures, like around 5 degrees. This thing never came back up, and it's a shame because when it did flower, it was gorgeous. It was an All-American Magic, and it actually did look like that, even better than the picture. It was just gorgeous. I have bought gardenias. I have no luck with gardenias. I had a mass cane in my house. That didn't make it. I don't know. I just don't work well with those. Behind my garage, I had put, like I had said, petunias and different flowers. I've cut the names off of these, but these I had planted in 2022. And none of these came up. So I'm not sure. It looks like nasturtiums, petunias, marigolds, and I'm not sure what that is, but I never saw any of these. So that was a flop. And I planted those 4 along with these 4. And these 4 were in 2022 also. And this right here, these are forget-me-nots. They came up and they were absolutely gorgeous. The bluebells didn't come up. And this crimson, whatever this is, it's a cosmos. And the bluebells, these 2 didn't come up, but these forget-me-nots were everywhere, and they were gorgeous. Maybe that's why none of the other came up. I don't know. So I have this on the side of my house. I bought one for my aunt, and of course I had to buy one for me. It's a bearded iris, and that's getting ready to bloom. It's called an Irish Germanica Sunset Sky, and it's gorgeous, and that's getting ready to bloom. Along with it, I had from Burpee Seeds this artichoke. It's Imperial Star, and that's been coming up for about 3 years now. And last year I got probably 20 artichokes, and 10 that I cooked, and 10 that I let go back to seed. The calendula, those did come up, and they were gorgeous. And that was, well, calendula, pot marigold, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be an edible flower. I did not eat those. I just am not into the eating. And I should try, because I have tried like my rose petals for tea, but I haven't eaten any of my marigolds or calendulas. And these were, I want to say Burpee Seeds, but I'm not sure. Anyway, those did come up. Oh, I hope I can come across those rose bushes, because they were just so gorgeous. Okay. We're getting to the nitty-gritty here, hopefully. I've put so many things in the ground, and so many things haven't made it. It's a shame. But thankfully, some things have. I've put lots of 4 o'clocks out there, and anise or anise. Caraway seeds, those came up. I put some Patriot Seed borage in, and I don't know if those will come up. I have pretty good success with Patriot Seeds. Nobody sponsors me, and you shouldn't see any, you should not see any ads on my website, because I am not monetized, and yet I keep looking back to refresh my memory when I planted things, and I see ads on my YouTube channel, and that's not fair, because I don't make any money, and they shouldn't either. All right, here we're getting into, oh, and this is good. This hybrid tea Memorial Day rose is what I have out front. Now, it's pinkish, but it is wonderful. If you want to make a cup of tea out of that, it smells wonderful. And the more it smells like a rose, the more delicious I think it is for a cup of tea with some honey. I have around my atrium out there, it's the Aldwick Rose, Eden Climber, that's what it is. Around the atrium is not the Aldwick Rose. That's in my back by my garage. What's climbing, and I couldn't think of the name the other day, is the Eden Climber. So that's like a white rose, and it climbs, and it should have a nice perfume to it. The I guess I'm saying it right. The Aldwick, or A-L-N, Wick Rose, is back by my garage. And then also climbing is the Test of the Dubervilles, and that's a David Austin rose also, and that's on my atrium on the side of my house. So my 2 climbers are the Eden Climber and the Test of the Dubervilles. And then in the back by my garage is the Aldwick, and a Sunblaze rose, which is like this candy stripe rose. Now, so, here we go. This is what I was looking and hoping I'd find. The rose in my backyard that I picked and I showed in my last video was pure white, and it is the Rose Bolero, and I got it at, pretty sure I got it at Lowe's. And the one that I have out front, because I think they were a buy one, get one half price, or buy two and you get a discount, or whatever. It doesn't say on these things. But I also got, and this is a fragrant pink bloom, perfect for cutting, Princess Charlene de Monaco. So that's in the front yard. This is in the backyard. And I cannot wait. This one's already bloomed. This one I already smelled. This one is just like a lemon. Did not disappoint. It's very white and it's full of blooms. And I did fertilize everything right at the end of March, beginning of April, with a, I forget what kind of fertilizer. I think it was stuff I put on my strawberries and plants and stuff. I did plant some crocus in my new raised bed, so I'm hoping that I can get some saffron. These cardinal strawberries are in one of my raised beds, and this is in my house. Has not bloomed yet. It's an orchid. It was $30. Wasn't cheap. I got this in Sarasota, Florida, at the Marie Selby Botanical Gardens, which I absolutely love that place. If you're down there in Sarasota, if you love orchids, you have got to go to Marie Selby Botanical Gardens, see their orchids, go to the restaurant that's right by their new parking garage, which makes it very convenient. The food is a little pricey in the restaurant, but that will not disappoint. They have dishes with lavender in it, like a, oh my gosh, what is that when you burn the sugar on the top? A creme brulee or something? I don't know. Anyway, with lavender, it is so good. So I bought one of these orchids. Hasn't bloomed yet. It's going to be green. In fact, the restaurant, now that I think about it, is called the Green Orchid. It's right by Marie Selby Botanical Gardens. Great food. A little pricey. Good food. I can't wait to see the Princess Charlene de Monaco bloom. Fragrant pink, and this Rose Bolero, it's a Senebal's. This compact rose had the strong fragrance of tropical fruit. Beautiful, disease resistant. That's wonderful. Full sun, and it's a little shade. Well, it gets sun in the backyard. Is this one full sun? Yeah, this is full sun. This is actually in a shaded area, although it is getting some sun right now because my green emerald tall plants died in that area. I do have another one starting from the root of one that died, or the trunk of one that died, and so it may eventually get shaded. Right now I can see it, and it has full sun, so that's good. I did put some hyssop in, and I think I put that in the backyard behind the garage. So those are my plants. Those are all the labels I've had for the plants that I do still have, and some that didn't make it because it's a trial and error type of thing. And anyway, this is longer than I expected it to go. I hope you're having a good time with your plants and enjoying some of the first fruits of the harvest. I know I've already harvested asparagus. I see that I've got little strawberries on my strawberry plants, and that's a second thing that will bloom. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7, B8A, and USA. Thanks for watching, and thanks to all the new subscribers. Peace.